Next one, the Sustainable Development Goal. This goal was introduced in 2015 and aimed to achieve 2030. So the 2030 agenda for the Sustainable Development Goal adopted by all the United Nations member states provided a share, a blueprint for peace, prosperity, people and planet, 5 Ps, now and into the future. At its heart are the 17 sustainable goals, which are urgent call for action by all countries, developed and developing, in a global partnership. They recognize that ending poverty and other deprivation must go in hand with the strategies that improve the health and education, reduce inequalities and economic growth, while all tackling the climate change and working preserve our ocean and forest. The SDG built on decades of work by countries and the United Nations, including the United Nations Development and Economic Social Affairs. Now we shall see some of the historical views and historical background how these sustainable and millennium development goal was started. In the year 1919, the first Earth Summit, which was held in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and more than 178 countries adopted the Agenda of 21. It's a comprehensive plan. The next one, the Millennium Summit in September 2000 year at United Nations headquarters in New York. There also many countries participated and they gave a lot of importance to these goals. The next important meeting, which was held in Johannesburg Declaration on Sustainable Development and the Plan of Implementation, adopted at the World Summit on Sustainable Development in South Africa in 2002. Then there also they focused more on poverty eradication, environment and the climate change. The next meeting, which was held in the same place, Rio plus 20, that is in Brazil, June 2012. The member states adopted the outcome document that is known as the future we want, the future we want, in which they decided to launch a process of develop a set of sustainable development goals to build up the Millennium Development Goals and to establish United Nations high-level political forum on sustainable development. The Rio plus 20 outcome also contained other measures for implementing sustainable development, including mandates for future programs of work in development financing, small islands and developing states and more. In 2013, the General Assembly set up a 30-member open working group to develop a proposal on sustainable development goals. In January 2015, the General Assembly began a negotiation process on the post-2015 development agenda. The process culminated in the subsequent adoption of 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development with the 17 Sustainable Development Goals and its core at the United Nations Sustainable Development Summit, September 2015. In 2015 was a landmark year for multilateralism and international policy shaping, which the adoption of several major agreements were signed. Number one, the first one is disaster risk reduction, March 2015. The action agenda on financing for development, that is July 2015. At transforming our world, the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development with its 17 SDGs was adopted at the United Nations Sustainable Development Summit in New York, that is 2015. A Paris Agreement on Climate Change, December 2015. Now, the annual high-level political forum on sustainable development serves as the central United Nations platform for the follow-up and review the sustainable development goals. There are 17 sustainable development goals. The first one is no poverty. The second one, zero hunger. Third one, good health and well-being. Fourth one, quality education. Fifth one, gender equality. Sixth one, clean water and sanitation. Seventh one, affordable and clean energy. The eighth goal, decent work and economic growth. The ninth goal, industry innovation and infrastructure. The 10th one, reduce inequity. The 11th one, sustainable cities and communities. 12th one, responsible consumption and production. 13th, climate action, 14th, life below water, 15th, life on water, the 16th goal, peace and justice, strong institutions, and 17th goal, partnership for the globe. So these are the various goals which was framed in the Sustainable Development Goal. Now we shall discuss what is the role of India. What about India? Are we adopt these goals or the country has accepted the Sustainable Development Goal? Yes, in India, the Sustainable Development Goals are a set of target in different areas are to be met by the member countries. The Sustainable Development Goal in India, the Index 2019, which has been constructed by the Niti Aayog using 100 indicators and cover 54 SDGs target across 16 goals, given a valuable insight into the social, economic, environmental status of the states, and 2018, which was based on 62 indicators covering 39 targets across 13 goals. The SDG in India aim is to reduce poverty, hunger, and other deprivation. Finally, they provide life to dignity of all people in the country. So these goals are based on 5 P's, as I already mentioned. Then the next one, India is strongly felt that raising persistence inequalities poses the fundamental challenges to the economic and social well-being of nations and people. Dr. Ambedkar vision and work is also at the heart of new development agenda. The world has committed to achieve 2030 in the form of SDGs. India has played an important role in shaping the SDG as well as. Now let us come to our state, Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is one of the developing states in India with aiming for $1 trillion by 2030. It requires 13% to 13.5% of national growth to achieve the goals. At present, the size of the economy is $290 billion given the value of gross state domestic product of rupees 23,65,100 crores of GSDP in the year 21-22. The state has always been a favorite destination for investment. The power demand of 19,387 megawatt, which has created a 4 lakh jobs in 2030. Two massive disasters impact many lives and also caused damage to prosperity of public infrastructure. But even though the state has progressed very much, according to Dr. Shanmugam, views that limited contribution to the primary sector, so he suggested that the service sector and the industry give a greater push to the economic growth. Now let us come to the state-wise regarding this target and achievement. If you take about the 5 important goals, poverty SDGs, only 7 states could achieve. The second important goal, zero hunger, 17 states have achieved this particular goal. And the third one, good health and well-being in the SDGs, 5 states have achieved, that is 28%. The fourth one, quality of education, 17 states have achieved 75%. The last one, the decent work and economic growth, 18 states have achieved. If you see overall, only 10 states and 1 union territory is trying to follow the SDG goals in our country. Among these states in India, the target and achievement, if you give the points, the Kerala state has achieved 80.2%, and the next one is Tamil Nadu achieved 80.2%. So these are the 2 top states which are trying to implement the sustainable development goals. The next state is Punjab's 77.8%, Uttarakhand 77.2%, and the third category comes around Goa 75.6%, and the fourth one, the Himachal Pradesh and Telangana account for 74%, whereas the rest of the states like Mizoram 73, Haryana 72, Sikkim 72, Karnataka 71, Andhra Pradesh 70.4, Manipur 69.4, then Rajasthan 69.4, Gujarat 68.4, Tripura 67.8, and Maharashtra 67.6. The rest of the states, like northern states, they are below the 50% level. For example, if you take about the Uttar Pradesh, the achievement and the target and the sustainable development goal is just 56.4 percentage, whereas Bihar is the worst, that is 43.2 percentage, whereas in Delhi 76 percentage. So these are all the rates which was given by the various states, how they are implemented this sustainable development goal. With that I conclude. Thank you.